All right, y'all. Welcome back to Mo Media. So today we are going to be diving into yet another Dusty Bandit, except this time he's British. And I'll tell you one thing. Oh boy, get ready for this one, cause honey, this dude's gonna be dropping some bowls, honey, and you are definitely going to be seeing that. If you didn't know it before, you're going to learn in this video that this Dusty Bandit mentality, it is international, right? Because, I mean, you get a flurry of anger, resentment, just all kind of dust just wrapped up into one British package. Okay? So we're going to jump right into it because I do not like long intros. All right.
Hello and welcome to I. In today's video, yes, I am back again and I am by myself. I have made another video with Iris, but we haven't gotten around to editing it yet. Well, we're currently editing it at this present moment. But until then, I thought it would be nice to have a chat, mano a mano, about some pretty personal stuff, if I need to be honest with you. The subject today that I'm going to discuss is something that I have never discussed with anybody else, and it is about my feelings, and it may be offensive to some of the people who are going to be watching this video, and I'm going to see if I feel like I need to apologize by the end of this video or not. I'm just going to go into this, guys, because I don't even know where to start. Ever since the beginning, for a long time, decades, I've had this feeling inside me. And this feeling has come from somewhere deep within. This is not something that I have that has been taught.
Now, before I continue, I do just want to give a shout out because this video is about 2 years old. And Paris Milan had actually, I did want to make sure I give a shout out to Miss Paris Milan because she did do a video on this guy. This same exact video where she gave her breakdown and analysis of it some years ago. So just wanted to make sure I gave that shout out. All right, let's continue. Honey, he is the Idris Elba, honey.
To me, my parents didn't teach this to me. I didn't grow up even around my culture. Right? I mean, I spent time in Jamaica, but I didn't really infuse myself within my own ethnicity, within my own people as I was growing older. I had friends from all over the world, people of many different races.
So in translation, what he's saying is, this is the reason why I'm laid up with a Becky right now, because I wasn't infused in my culture like that.
Cultures, ethnicities. So I was never taught that this is the way it should be. What am I talking about? I'm talking about my feelings when I see a black woman with a white man. There, I said it. For a long time, every time I saw a black woman with a white man, something would come over me. I don't know what it was. I have felt it. I don't know whether it's rage or jealousy, envy. It could be a combination of all three, but there is something there. It still happens even today. Somehow, I feel like, not that, goodness, I'm going to sound incredibly now, but I'm trying to be careful because I'm not. Sometimes I feel like, as a black man, we own our women. That they belong to us and nobody else. And for a long time.
Now, a lot of times when it comes to these foreigners, and especially like the British ones, I notice that they always try to hide behind this little, cute sounding accent and act like they're just so, he wants to come off like he's just such the, perfect gentleman. But you can look at his expression to see that he is just another angry bandit. Most of these black dudes are nothing but angry birds. And it's just ridiculous to me that you would be laid up with a Becky, but yet you're mad about black women laying up with a Brad. Let's continue. Like all his expressions is just he's just an angry bird.
I've had this conflict inside my mind. As you guys already know, I have dated outside my race before. I'm currently with a woman who is, you know, not of my kin, not of my culture, not of my background. In fact, we couldn't be more different in terms of our backgrounds. Yeah, I'm with her and I love her and we have children together. It could come across to some people what I'm going to say today to be very, I don't know, like I'm a hypocrite. This is where the conflict lies. The conflict lies in that when I see a black man with a white woman, I'm walking down the road, I see a black man with a white woman, I don't feel the same way. When I see a white man with an Asian woman, I don't feel the same way. I don't care. It's only when I see a black woman with a white man, or with, not in fact, not even with a black woman with a white man, a black woman with any other man other than a black man. Any other man. Something goes through me. And I want to talk about that today, because I think for a long time I was trying to fight it, but something inside me tells me that this is something that I need to deal with in a different way. What am I talking about? We're going to get into this now, guys. Please like, please subscribe, please share this video. We will really appreciate that. Thank you very much in advance. What am I talking about this for? I was driving with Iris somewhere. I can't remember where we were going. Only yesterday. And she said something which was quite profound. I don't know where she comes up with these subjects from. But anyway, she said to me that she would want our daughter to be with a black man. That is what she said to me. Now, our daughter is half white, half black, right? But she said herself, and I have never, you know, tried to persuade her to think in a certain.
No, I'm just genuinely curious as to why he would think that it's profound that his girlfriend would say that she would want their child to be with a black man, and yet she's laid up with a black man. Why is that profound? But anyways, that's just, I don't know.
Way. But she said, I would want, when our daughter grows up, I don't want her to be with a white man. I want her to be with a black man. She said there are too many white men out there who will look at her as being something that should be coveted because she is different. Now, some of you may be okay with that, but I don't think that's the reason a man should go after a woman. I think a man should go after a woman not because she's different, but because he likes other aspects of her. I think she was talking about our daughter when she's older being fetishized. A black man is not going to fetishize over a black woman. It led on to further conversations, you know, and I really did think about from there on in, yeah, I think I would want that too. For me, actually, it's not even a question. There isn't a question about it.
Now, you can just tell by that statement now, or that statement right there, that his girlfriend is living in complete delusion, because black men absolutely fetishize biracial women. Anything that is non-black, they fetishize. So I don't know where they're coming with that.
I would want my daughter to be with a black man, or even with someone of mixed heritage, just like she is. Someone who would love her for who she is. I don't even know where I'm going to with this, guys. I just think we came out with this, we had this conversation, and I just thought, wait a minute. I've always had this problem burning inside me, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know where it comes from. And although I've managed to control it, I still feel this sense.
Now, he said that I had been able to control it, like as if he's like the Hulk, and he has to stop himself from, voguing out and turning Hulk on somebody. Like, am I the only one that this dude just sounds like somebody who needs to be on I want to say Neighborhood Watch, but not Neighborhood Watch, but he's somebody who needs to be on like how they have the sex offenders list, like some kind of list where he needs to be monitored, because he sounds like a complete psycho. Like any minute he's just gonna bust out and do something violent against some black woman.
Of rage. Something. I don't even know whether it's anger. I don't know what it is, but it's something like rage, like me being vexed a little bit. It comes out, and it doesn't manifest itself because I don't allow it. I don't look at couples. I don't give couples the dirty eyes. What are you doing? Because, you know, people could say the same thing about me. And the thing is, people do say the same thing about me. I have a woman who is very beautiful, and I know when I'm walking down the street, and I'm walking down the street down here in West Vienna, you know, the little Balkan regions, yeah, little Serbia.
Now he's walking down the street with a beautiful woman. He says that she is beautiful, but yet he's still over here concerned about what black women do. If that's not a dusty pathology, I don't know what it is. And it's like it's so common. That's what all of them do. They want to hype up these women so much. These white women, they're so good. They're so this and that. But yet they're always so concerned about what black women are doing. And honestly, it's like any of these white women who are with these dudes, I just don't see how you could be with one of them and then be okay with that.
When I'm walking down here, I know that men are thinking the same way that I think about black women. I know this. No, that they're not allowed to look at me. They're not allowed to look at my woman. If that happens, I'm going to smash in. You don't get to judge my woman. Okay. And this is the thing. I feel like I have some sort of privilege to be able to do that sort of thing. Like, I can take whoever I want. You have to deal with it. But you, no. I don't want you taking my women. No. No. I don't want my black women dating white men. It's crazy. It's crazy that deep down inside, I feel this way. You could call it.
So basically, what he's saying is that I'm over here with this white woman because of how I think that it's negatively affecting white men. That's basically what he means in so many words. And again, it's just like, I don't know how these white girls could look at that as a good thing. Now let's continue.
Racism, you could call it jealousy, you could call it envy. I'm not even sure what it is, so I don't know what to call it. What do you guys think it is? Let me know in the comment section below. Because I am lost for words. I'm going to try and explain what it might be, right? So I think that deep down inside there is an innate feeling for me to want to protect and covet black women. Women that look like me. Women of my kin. Women of my tribe. Women of my background. Women of my skin color. I think that deep down inside, that exists. And for me...
So deep down inside, it exists that you innately want to protect black women, which it's not at all what he's saying that he wants to do. He's sitting over here having a temper tantrum because these women are walking around with non-black men. That has nothing to do with wanting to protect them. So whatever. But you have an innate sense to want to protect black women, but you don't have an innate sense to want to be with one. You don't want to be with one, but you're saying that you want to protect them. It has nothing to do with protection. Your ego is bruised because Of course, you can't sit over here and feel like white men are so bothered by you being with this low tier white woman if they're walking around with a black woman. You can't. It causes you cognitive dissonance, and you can't be over there at the restaurant feeling good about yourself and giving yourself a pat on the back saying like, "Whoo, I'm making these white men mad," when they're walking around with a black woman. That's why it bothers you. Oh, excuse me, my bad. But let's continue.
I think there is conflict that goes on inside my mind, a conflict that goes on when I see a black woman willingly go with a white man. I truly believe this is part of the reason why I feel the way I feel. Like I said, for the longest time, I felt that I was embarrassed about this. I was ashamed to think in this way. I felt like a hypocrite because I knew that I was doing the same thing, but now I know I need to deal with it. I know I need to deal with it. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Maybe this is like a therapeutic way of me being able to bring to light
you definitely need
the conflicts the conflicts of interest that are going on inside my mind at this present moment. I'm not racist. I don't feel like I am racist, but I think we need to look deeper into that word racism. When I see a black woman with a white man, I think this black woman is with this white man because he is a white man. When I see a black man with a white woman, I don't think the same way. I think that black man is with that white woman because. And the reason I think this way is because I truly believe, and I haven't seen any statistics about this, I think that there are, percentage-wise, I think there are a lot more black women who date white men exclusively than there are black men that date white women exclusively. I think you get a lot of black men who will date whatever. Doesn't matter.
Now, see, this is where the delusion comes in. Because the stats just don't say that. That's not what the stats say. The stats say that it's the complete opposite of what he's saying. But because he has this ego, his ego is getting bruised. And because he doesn't, I don't know what this is about these black dudes. This is like another thing that really just, it makes me wonder. They don't have any issues with coming on here and saying that I'm with this girl because she's white. But at the same time, they will have an issue with just saying, or I'll say this, when somebody points it out that you're just with this person because they're white, then they'll deny it. I really don't know what it is. It's just a really strange thing that they just can never just say, I'm over here because I want something white. They always have to come up with some kind of excuse as to why they're over there. You know, mostly the reasons they always saying that it's something that black women are doing or not doing, rather than just keeping it real. And again, that's another reason why they really don't have respect in society, because they don't keep it real.
As long as she's pretty, doesn't matter. As long as she's good looking, it doesn't matter. And I think that black women look for something different in white men, whether it be stability, money, and that mixed race child.
You see how he smirked when he said money, stability, as if it's something wrong with a woman wanting stability and money. Is that the reason why he's with this white woman? Because he doesn't cut it financially to support a black woman? Most oftentimes, this is a talking point they come with. They say black women are gold diggers. They want too much. This is just another expression of their failures. It just is. And you know what? I think I am going to do like a part 2 to this, because he did do a video where he sat down with his white woman and they watched his video. And I'm going to show you how crazy he was talking to her. But But I'll do that in a separate video though. But let's continue.
Perhaps they've had really bad experiences with a black man in their family, you know, a perverted uncle or something. But I think that could be a good reason as to why I feel this way. There are too many things which are working against each other in my mind at this present moment. I'm trying to reconcile with these things all the time. And I think that the best way for me to manage this, I've simply took a step back and accepted that this is the way I feel. I'm not going to fight it because it's something internal deep down inside. I don't want to fight it because I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong to think this way. I think if you see me, my Albanian wife, you know, my beautiful Albanian wife, and you are an Albanian man, and you see me with the Albanian wife, something inside you is going to say, what are you doing with that black man? And I don't think there is anything wrong with that man thinking that way. I don't think that you know, if you, like I said, if you come at me, if you give me the funny eyes, you know, I'm from England. It's the way we are, you know, you give me the funny eyes, I'm going to escalate it. I'm going to dramatically overreact. Let's just say that. So you're not going to do that. But if I see you with a black woman, that same Albanian boy with a black woman, I am going to look. I'm going to do something. I'm going to say, oh yeah. What?
So he says this as if this Albanian white man that he wants to challenge for looking at him funny is necessarily going to be afraid of him escalating it. Okay, and then when you escalate it, do you think that Albanian man is just going to sit there and let you do something to him, or do you think that he more than likely is going to fight back? Like these dust buckets are so fucking delusional that it's embarrassing. Like, do you really think that this hypothetical Albanian is going to sit there and just be looking stupid? Obviously, if he has enough balls to sit there and stare at you for being with the white girl, obviously he more than likely would have the balls to make contact with you. Obviously, to get physical is what I mean. Just delusional.
What the hell?
And then, my man, why do you think that you can look but they can't? Like, does that make sense? Is that really fair? But again, it strokes their egos to be that's really one of the reasons why they're with these white women, with these white girls, because they really just, it's really not even about the white girl. It's about white men and about them feeling like they want to get a rise out of them. That's the reason why he, like I said, it bothers him to see them walking around with a black woman, because when that happens, he can't, it doesn't stroke his ego to feel like, oh, I'm getting to you. And you see a lot of white men, especially right now, that are walking around with, I mean, high tier black women. High. So it's like nobody is affected by any of this except you, except your dumb, dusty ass. And no amount of British accent or whatever, this little fake niceties is going to conceal the fact that you're just another angry, dusty, black British bandit. You can see it all in his eyes. You know, he, honestly, the black woman that lives around his area, they really, I hope that a lot of them seen this video. Honestly, that's the reason why I'm showing this video, so that more women can see it, because you really do need to stay away from him. He looked like the kind of dusty bandit that'll be sneaking around in the bushes when you get out your car and walk into your house. He'll be right there trying to rape you. Anyways, child. With a whole Becky at home. He's sitting over here trying to sneak around underneath the skirts of a black woman and got a whole white girl at home.
What is that? What I will do, right, is something that I have always done. I have never spoken to people about it. I've never given people the dirty eyes because I've always been too focused on the people that are with me, who I love, my family, my children. I've never been focused on other people. You do your thing. Be happy. You know, your business is your business. Nothing to do with me. And I feel a lot more at peace because of that. I still have the urge inside me. Let's call it that, the urge. It's still inside me, but I have a feeling that at some point in the future, I will reconcile with it. It's all about me coming to terms with the fact that the world is changing. People have a lot more flexibility to date whoever they want to date, to be with whoever they want to be with, and that should be okay. And once again, you know, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, but this is what it is. There are a lot more people who think like that. I've seen other people in other races do the exact same thing. I've seen Asian men go out and do whatever they want to do with white women. As soon as they see an Asian woman with a white man, no. Straight away, it's a no. It's just a no. You're going to have to put up with it. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. There is nothing we can do about it because I genuinely believe that it's something that is so internally connected to each man to want to protect, to want to covet those women off their...
You know what the difference is between black men and Asian men? It's the fact that even though they do get with non-Asian women, you don't see them propping them up on a pedestal and saying that they're better and that they're over there with these non-Asian women because Asian women are fat and ghetto and because their skin is too dark. That's the difference. Most of the other males that are not black have racial loyalty. So it kind of would make sense that they would be bothered. It doesn't, you look like a damn fool to be sitting up here laid up with a woman who is not black and then saying that you feel like you can look at a black woman who's with a white man crazy, but they can't look at you crazy or else you're going to escalate it. So it just irritates me that, he's over here trying to equalize it by saying, oh yeah, I've seen Asian men do that. Okay. Sure.
Hello and welcome to...
Oh man, what did I do?
There is nothing we can do about it because I genuinely believe that it's something that is so internally connected to each man to want to protect, to want to covet those women off their kin. Yeah? I don't only think that there is nothing you can do about it, but I think that there is nothing you should do about it. Okay? Man. Okay. That's off my chest. I'd love to know what you guys think. All right? Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think that other men are crazy? Do you think that we shouldn't feel this way? Let me know in the comments section below.
Yeah, we absolutely think that you're crazy. Oh, and my bad, y'all, if y'all could hear these sounds. I'm over here eating the corn on the cob because I done shot about 3 different videos and I started to get hungry, so I was just trying to eat, in between doing this video. So excuse those sounds, please. But yeah, we absolutely, and it's not just that we think that you're crazy. We know that you're crazy. And the black woman who's in your immediate area, because he probably has some ones that who he specifically has set his sights on. He'd probably be sneaking around outside of their houses in the bushes, probably trying to break into their houses and doing all kind of shit. Like angry little dudes like him, they really do need to be watched and monitored. Because like he even said like, oh, I've always been more concerned about my family, the people I love, but it sounds like to me you really are not that concerned with them at all. You're busy thinking about these women who you're not even with. Even by the fact that you're not even with a black woman, you're making a statement that those women are really not important to you. So why are you bothered by them? Why are you bothered? But anyways, y'all, like I said, I will play the other video that he did where he sat down and watched his manic tantrum episode with his little Becky, and it's just their dynamics. Like there is no wonder why black men have such a horrid or horrible relationship rate with non-black women, because they will go over and take their dysfunction to these other women, and it's like that's the reason why those relationships really don't work out. They don't go anywhere because of them and their issues. So, but anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. And just like, comment, and subscribe. Just let me know what do you think about it? What are your thoughts on it? I really am curious and interested to know that, because this one was wild for me. I had seen this some years ago. Like I said, Paris Milan had did a video, and her channel for whatever reason is down. So because I would have just shown her video directly, but I was able to find this Dust Buckets channel. So anyways, until next time, see you later.